Hello Scorpio, it's Yvonne here to do your reading for the week of 24th to the 30th of September. Before I go any further, I want to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate the response I've had. I can't even say I can't even. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, I'd love to have you on board. If my readings don't resonate with you, please move on to the next reader. But before you do, just consider the other aspects of your natal chart, such as your moon, rising or ascendant, and your Venus, because sometimes they will resonate. I'm using the After Tarot today by Julia Massaglia, and I'll throw on an oracle card when I've finished. Okay. Okay, Scorpio, here's your reading. Okay, so we have the Hierophant straight out of the gate. So the Hierophant talks about stability. It can talk about big organizations, structure. It can talk about traditional, like really traditional things like the church, marriage. I'm not sure where this is figuring for you this week, but it feels to me you're looking for some sort of stability. That certainly feels like the direction you're moving in. So we'll see as we go. Okay, first card out is the Seven of Pentacles. Now the Seven of Pentacles talks about patience, really, because it shows a man who's planted these seeds and he's waiting for them to come into fruition. So it looks like you've perhaps been putting something into the universe to ask for a return. You could have been doing this over looking for a job, a love, or whatever else, but whatever it is, you've been trying to either manifest or grow something. Just move that around. So that's your first card. Okay, then we have the Seven of Cups. We're doing a seven thing at the moment. Okay, so Seven of Cups talks about having lots of options. It talks about confusion as well. It could be that you have lots of options in terms of, you know, lots of jobs or people to choose from, or it can talk about that you're confused about something you want to move forward on. Well, the Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like you know you've done this yourself and now you've confused yourself. Okay, then we have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess talks about using our intuition. And I feel like here, so we've got the Hierophant and two sevens, and it's like you've got, I don't know, it's just like you're spread over too many things and all you're looking for is some sort of structure in the Hierophant. And the universe is saying to you, you need to look for your intuition here. I think you're trying to do too many things at once. You're like, I don't know, planting your seeds everywhere and trying to, you know, get some sort of clarity, but you're just confusing yourself. So I don't know what you're doing, Scorpio. You'll know. Maybe you put a lot of little weed. You've put a lot of you may have put a lot of job applications out, and now you're confused about which job you want. You may have put a lot of wishes out for people, and now a lot of people have turned up, and you're trying to find some sort of structure in this. And what the universe is saying, you're not using this. So it's almost like you're trying, I'm trying to think of a description for it. It's almost like you're a plumber, but you've got so desperate looking for jobs that you've applied for electricians, motor mechanics, welfare workers, nurses, doctors. And now you're not sure which way to go. And all you wanted was a job. But because you've become so frantic and so desperate here to try and resolve this problem, you're trying to do so many things. It's like when they talk about having too many irons in the fire, it's like that's how you feel to me. It's like you're so desperate that you just keep going after everything. And it could be that you're after love, and that all you want is a structured long-term relationship, but now you've got all these partners, all these people wanting to be with you, and you can't choose. You don't know which way to go because all you wanted was one. And your intuition is now asking that you sort through that and start to feel your way rather than trying to do too many things at once. because this is overwhelming, Scorpio. Whatever you're doing here is overwhelming. I can't even get my thought process into place. Okay, that should happen. Okay, so now I understand why. They're bringing in the Tower for you. Everything you've done here, it's like you've trying so many different things, so many different people, and now what's happening, because you haven't concentrated on one, like the Hierophant, tried to build something through the High Priestess, through understanding what it is you desire and want, the universe is going to come in and break everything down for you to start again. It had to happen, because I was feeling so overwhelmed in the first couple of cards. I don't know what's been going on for you. It's sort of this desperation here to achieve something, but in doing that, you're overwhelming yourself. Okay, and then you have the Devil here. Okay, all right, it could be that you're, you know, this always can be a Capricorn energy, but I don't feel it's Capricorn. The Tower can represent Scorpio too, but it doesn't feel like Scorpio. It feels like an energy. Okay, maybe you're at a time in your life where you're very confused, frustrated, you feel like you want to do something, you want to settle down, you want to understand your life, you want to find some clarity. But in order to do that, it looks like you've either gone in head first trying to do 1,000,001 things at once. And, you know, this card here talks about, you know, lust and being bound to things and too much, you know, over the top stuff. Maybe this is a lot of drinking, you know, maybe this a lot of eating and drinking and, you know, frustration, but you're not putting down a really good foundation because the Tower's coming in to start you all over again. So it's like your energy is really scattered here. Okay, let me just move on and see if we can get some more clarity. Yeah, see, rest and recuperation. You've got a forced rest here. It's almost like the universe is saying you need to stop now, and you need to stop and think about what is it you want, because it's almost like you're trying everything. And I don't know why this is out of boredom. It's out of confusion. I don't know what happened before this. It just seems to me like there's such a need to stop and think about what is it I want. Because it's like you're, you know, in the Devil energy, you're like, you know, lusty and burning the candle at both ends, you know, partying and doing crazy things instead of doing what you want to do. And you know what you want. You want structure and simplicity. And it's almost like you've forgotten how to tune into your intuition. Now, as a Scorpio is very, very good at using their intuition. So you really aren't acting in your true self at the moment. Okay, and then we have the Lovers. Okay, all right, this is making a little bit more sense to me now. I feel like some of you have come out of a relationship, something fairly long-term and stable. It could have been a marriage. And you've come out and it's either you've gone, wow, I'm single, and you've gone just a little tiny weeny bit crazy, or you've gone, I don't know what I want anymore, I'm so confused and I'm trying to put back into my life what I've lost, and I'm trying everything. I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to try everything. That's how it feels. Like there's just this obsession, this sort of ego thing taking over here. It's like you're trying to fill your cups with whatever you can get your hands on when all that you want is love. But you're so confused by this process, by this, you know, finding yourself on your own, looking for answers, and you've just tried to fill your life with everything. It's like, I don't know, it's like going out to buy a pair of trousers and you end up with, you know, 15 dresses because you can't find a pair of trousers that will fit. And yet you don't really like any of the dresses either. You only went out for trousers. Okay, and then we have the Six of Swords. Now, I think this is you. I think you've now rested. I think what you wanted was to find someone. But I think what you've now got is a choice to understand who you are first through your intuition. I feel like you need to move into a space where you are understanding this is what you want. Because for me, it's like you're just running all over the place and you're not really able to focus on one thing because you're not using your intuition. Yeah, this is your love. It is here for you, Scorpio. There is love here. I have this card and I have the Lovers. So what you're trying to find is actually ready for you, but they're going to break you down in the Tower to find it. because you're going in all the wrong places. Oh, I can hear the song, Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places. That's what it's like. So what the universe is saying is, because you're not using your intuition and because you're acting like that devil energy, they're going to bring you back to some sort of equilibrium here. You need to rest up because you're being moved into a place where they can bring in love for you. Because love is on its way. And then we have the Five of Wands. Yeah, you've got a lot of mental turmoil here. A lot of mental turmoil. I don't know what's happened for some of you people, but it's really a very wild energy. I mean, you've been having a great time sort of bringing all these things into your life, but actually all you wanted was stability, and you've been going around it the wrong way. And now the universe is coming in to break down the old structures, to bring in your love interest, which was all you were trying to do in the first place. You just weren't leaving it up to the universe. If you'd have trusted your intuition and not stayed thinking in your head and conflicting, you would have understood that the universe was ready to bring this in for you, but you're so busy looking for it that you haven't listened to what the universe is telling you. That's what it feels like. Oh, holy dooly. I love it when the cards jump, but that's just ridiculous. Okay, two cards came out. So the first card was the Fool, and having the courage to embrace change, take risks and be adventurous. And I'd say with that Tower energy, that's definitely where you're going. And the second thing is Birth. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. So that's why I said the universe is waiting to bring this into you. You just have to stop for a moment, rest up like in the Four of Swords here, and give this intuition a bit of a chance to come through. There are things hidden from you, and quite rightly, you weren't in the place to have them. You weren't in the right place to bring them to yourself. And now the universe wants to bring them in. Thanks, Scorpio.